John just got himself a new Apple MacBook Air.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Wow.
So, well, he's in the Mac world anyway, and he was decided he needed a new computer. So,
I'm wondering if I shouldn't be in the Mac world. I think maybe I'm reaching
well,
because of my eyes.
I don't know that would be any better.
Maybe not.
So he just got it. So this morning I got his email on it.
Oh.
And then as I was doing it, I was, this is really hard to read. And, oh yeah, I bet I can change the font size. So I changed it to the largest it could be, and it's much better.
Oh, good. Oh, there she is. All right. Morning, Shelley.
Good morning, Carol and David.
Hey.
Oh, hey, you've got headphones.
Well, I signed up to do voice banking and had to use this to record my voice. The problem is, once I stopped, I now can't use the microphone on my laptop.
Oh no.
I figured out how to undo it. So,
well, you have something that works anyway.
you're right. It's kind of neat because when I listen to my voice, the computer did a pretty good job of cleaning it up.
Well, that's good.
I haven't figured out how I'm going to use it though.
Uh-huh. Oh, well.
Because playing around the laptop doesn't work.
No.
I might have to invest in a tablet.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you with us.
I'm happy to be here. I wish it would stop raining.
Yes.
Oh. Well, raining? What do you mean raining? Is it raining over there?
We're almost at 1.5 inches.
I believe it. It's been raining all night here, just unbelievably. Yeah. Well, my well is happy.
I'm sure it is.
Our wells are happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't complain too much about that.
No. So there's a good thing.
Yeah, right. Okay. I'm going to back up now.
All right.
Take my chair out of the way. And John has a new computer.
John has got himself a new MacBook Air.
Oh yeah.
It's a laptop. It's less than a half an inch thick.
Wow.
It's silvery, and so we're just. I mean, he uses Macs, so he's sort of comfortable in the Mac world, and I'm learning Mac so that I can help him do things.
Yeah. Wow.
We did the initial setup together, and then I this morning put the email, linked it to his email account so he can get his email, and realized one of his email accounts was just full of junk. He must have accidentally gotten into one of those. Was Adobe Acrobat was sending them all kinds of try this, try that, try this
Oh,
for years, and he never deleted any of it.
Oh.
And YouTube was sending him a whole bunch of that stuff, and this other thing called, I forget what it was called. It was I think it was a, ask a question and it usually gives answers.
Mm.
And one of the questions was foamy urine. Well, okay, he might have been asking about that. And another one was my husband's cheating on me, or my boyfriend's. So I spent a while figuring out how to delete all these things, and then emptying the trash. And so I had a sort of crash course, and also
Yeah.
in the process realized I can hardly read this. Oh, I could make the print bigger. And I
There
did
we go.
much better.
Nice.
John happy too.
Well, I don't know if he's even seen it yet. He probably has by now. I told him about that. I figured if I can't see it, he certainly can't.
Yeah.
So that's
Uh,
so interesting. Gives him something to play with and get frustrated over.
yeah, well, we had an interesting little game with Zoom before you came, Shelley.
Oh,
It was trying to open two screens at the same time. It was
oh, cool.
very interesting.
It was doing one through the web, and then it was taking up half the screen with the web stuff. Not half, but yeah, I exaggerate perhaps
Yeah.
a little bit. But he finally got it.
Yeah. Just gotta hang in. I don't know. Zoom loves to change things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and don't you just love it? You're all set to log in plenty of time if it just logs in,
Yeah.
and then it wants to do updates.
Yeah. And I can't keep up with their updates.
No.
Ah, well. What would we do without it?
I know.
There are others, I
Yeah, we
guess.
used Skype a little bit, but you can't. At the time when I did it, you couldn't do multiple. It was just one-on-one.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I know a guy who used to be in the meditation class from Deep River.
Yeah.
Boy,
Patrick. Patrick. Patrick.
right, Patrick. He had another program similar to Zoom that he used with his grandkids
Uh-huh.
that he liked better. But I have no idea what it was. But, well. So yesterday I didn't know whether I was going to have class today or not.
Oh,
Jane and I got both the flu and the COVID vaccine at the same time on Saturday.
Ah,
And we both felt pretty lousy yesterday. But I feel pretty good today.
oh, good.
one
Good.
one day of feeling lousy that's going to protect you from those two.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting. I've never gotten two at once.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I do it at the pharmacy, they do one in each arm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so that if you're having some sort of local reaction, they know which one's causing it,
Yeah.
which I thought was a really good idea.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. We'll do that again this year. Because
Yeah.
Natasha is really good with the needle.
Oh yeah. At the pharmacist in Salem.
Oh, you know, we've been going to the Walgreens in Deep River, and there's Giorgio does them, and he's very good. really smooth and
Yeah.
virtually painless.
Yeah, yeah, that's nice.
So we keep going back to him.
Yeah.
However, I'm feeling not too bad today. So,
Good, good.
and now I'm protected. We already had the RSV, so I think we've had all the vaccines there are for this fall.
Yeah, yeah, that's the third one. I had forgotten about that one.
Yeah. Well, we decided since we're going to, go to California in November, we wanted to get all of them before then. So
Yep.
early enough they could really take hold.
Yeah.
So
Good fun.
anyway, so wow. Good energy, guys.
It even sounded good here.
Well, I finally, not too long ago, discovered original sound on Zoom, and it makes
Ah,
it sound a little better for you guys listening. So, how's your upward dissolving?
strange.
Strange. Okay, how is it strange?
It's, I seem to do okay in the legs, but as it gets further up, it gets weaker or harder to do.
Hmm.
It's made me appreciate my legs more because there's not that much to dissolve in my legs,
Well, that's good.
or else I'm just missing it. um, and that's um,
As you get up into the torso, are you able to go up the back?
The back, yes.
But
I
there's
think,
not as much feeling.
right, and certainly I can't go up the front, but up the back, up the spine, it's not a problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah, don't go up the front. You go down the front.
Okay, there's part of my problem. But I do have, it's certainly easier to go up on my left leg than the right, which
Uh-huh.
is just basically one big blockage.
Yeah. Well, I think that's understandable for you. Yeah. Unfortunately.
It would be really cool if I could just dissolve ALS away.
that
Wouldn't
would
it?
be really cool.
It would be nice if we could dissolve all the things.
Oh, yeah.
That's unrealistic, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I can understand wishing you could.
Yeah, like John was investigating acupuncture for his knee pain,
Mm-hmm.
and connected with Martha Briggs, who said, "Sounds like you've got bone on bone, and I really can't do anything about that."
Oh.
Oh.
So he needs a knee replacement is what he needs.
Yes, yes, but
But probably not going to do that at this point.
I don't think he would I might survive it. I don't think you recover from it.
Yeah, well, I'm real, I'm real saying, be real sure you want to do the knee before you do it.
Yeah.
Because of mine not recovering fully.
Mhm.
It's not awful, but you know. And it's interesting that it was the same surgeon that did my hip, which was great. And I know other people who have had uh, him do knees, and they've been just fine. So I don't know what, and he refuses to acknowledge that I have a problem, which is what really irritates me.
Oh, not good.
No, not good. I've kind of written him off my list.
Mm.
The company who made the knee, I had agreed to do some response to them, and they sent me a long question and answer
Mhm.
yesterday, which I filled out because I wanted them to know.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Yeah.
think it's their knee. I think it was I think I think he positioned it very slightly wrong,
Oh,
Ugh.
and he just doesn't want to go back in. And at this point, I don't want him to go back in.
no, really.
Anyway,
And-
blah blah blah.
Well,
That has
and
nothing to
it's
do with
change the subject
upward
totally.
dissolving.
It's just it would be nice that upward dissolving or anything like that could take bone on bone knee pain away.
Yeah, well, no, I find heat and ice and stretching are the only things that, and they do work for me.
Yeah.
But I don't know about bone on bone. That hurts. Well, so um, I was going to have you play a little bit with going a little bit further with this, because we take the dissolving into God's,
Mm.
and the recommendation is, and I strongly advise following this, to only try to dissolve in one posture, one movement. Not,
Mhm.
I mean one repetition, but I mean
Yeah.
you've got 2 through 7, so only pick one of them, and only one of them within a flow focus on dissolving.
Mhm.
And we want to dissolve up the back and down the front. So you actually end up dissolving in both directions. And probably the easiest one to begin with is 2. So I was going to suggest that you just try a bit of 2 and see if you can actually dissolve up and down.
I like 5 better but it's okay.
Then do 5. I don't.
And I do. Yeah. No. Well, no.
It
hard
really
to-
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
So
I
if
do
you'd rather
find
do
when
5,
I'm-
do 5.
When I'm doing God's, I focus on something different for each posture. Because this one needs to have me do focusing on.
Well, yeah. Well, there are different things
Yeah.
for each posture. Absolutely. Absolutely. So really stand for a moment and let yourself settle and breathe. And feel your energy drop. And begin whenever you wish to. And just relax.
When we do that, when I'm doing a standing dissolve, it takes a whole lot longer than one iteration
Yep.
of two to get all the way up. Do we do it? The first one go up a little bit, and down, and the next one come up a little bit and down, or do we try to dissolve all the way up and then dissolve all the way down?
Actually, you're trying to go all the way up and all the way down.
Okay.
But if you hit something that really blocks, don't stop. Just let it go.
Okay.
And then come back to it the next repetition. And the concept is that gradually you'll break through that by repetition rather than by stopping and dissolving while you focus on it.
Okay.
So you're using the movement of the energy as part of how you release the energy, the blockages. Excuse me.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anything you want to say, Shell?
No, no, I think that there's a couple of places where I get a little lost, but after I do more repetitions, I can get past that problem.
Mm-hmm. When you say you get lost, what does that mean?
The energy comes up my leg, starts into the torso to go to the back, and that's the point where I don't sense it.
Mm. So for whatever reasons, you're not getting the transition from the legs to the torso and spine,
correct.
at least not clearly.
Right, because it does go up the spine. I can sense it.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, I don't have it. I don't have any particular suggestion other
I
than
think it just takes practice.
yeah. Um, and it may be that you have a blockage there that is preventing it from moving cleanly through.
Mm-hmm.
And indeed, it may be working with doing the dissolving while you're moving may actually help to release that some.
I'll work on it some more.
Okay.
One of the things I found with it upward dissolving
Mm-hmm.
is that it's I'm better able to open the perineum,
Mm-hmm.
and well, downward dissolving, I never get that far because there's always something here.
Yeah.
So upward, and then that seems to make makes a difference. So,
Good. Well, that may actually help the downward dissolving eventually.
yeah, once I realize that I can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're right. The downward. That's where we do run into all the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it's not in the actual head, it's going to be in the stomach, heart area, or
Mhm.
shoulder, or
Right.
Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. So that's a little something to play with that. Um, have any particular God's questions actually at the moment?
No.
Okay. Um, so I want you to do a short of God's. Um, Rochelle will just do 6 maybe.
Or do as many as you like.
45?
Well, I'll do
Sure.
6.
I couldn't do 45. Come on.
Well, that's amazing.
is there? We briefly talked about the skin awareness. Is there a posture that would be better to be focused on?
Can you be a little more?
Well, okay. So on number 2, I'm going to focus on the dissolving up and down,
Mhm.
and number 3, I'm in and out and aware of the organs,
Mm-hmm.
and number 4, again the in and out but focusing on the kidneys,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 is this the up, unfolding up and unfolding down, sort of,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 is more of the big in and out. So and 7 is just enjoying the roundabout. So
No, actually, I'm not aware of any of them that are particularly focused on skin. Rather, because they are really focused on going deeper into the body.
Yeah.
Um,
well, a couple of sessions ago we talked about the skin part.
well,
So it's how do I incorporate that into? occasionally in the forum, and think about it.
Um,
No, then it's
no, it's a good question. Um, the my first thought is that in each of the postures that you could focus first on the skin and then move deeper and deeper and deeper into the body. Is there a particular reason why you were?
I don't do much with that. And okay, how can I practice this one? 'Cause
Um,
I'm not sure there's enough about it.
because
Well,
the
sometimes if
skin,
I'm outside and I can feel the wind on my limbs.
yeah, but um, so for instance, when you first work on, I guess maybe the main focus to bring it back to the skin would be working on the yin yang surfaces. So that's how that practice begins, really, is feeling um, the energy coming in the yin surfaces as you're coming in and then going out the yang. And that certainly focusing on that element, whether you're doing whatever the movements might be, you can make that the focus and let it start at the skin.
So that any of the ones where I'm doing the out to the five extremities and then into the center, you can sort of start with the skin and or
They
incorporate part of that.
all of them
Yeah.
could be thought of that way. With that's even a possibility in seven. A little more esoteric in seven, but but there's no reason why in three that you're out to the yang and into the yin and out to the yang. I mean, it's if you want to go, if you want to focus on that particular element, that would be the way I would suggest it. Because once you really feel that in the skin, then you can begin to feel it in the fascia and the other soft tissue beneath the skin, which of course is what we really like to do.
Yeah.
But it always includes the skin. And I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't feel the skin. There's no reason why you should not feel all of it. That's a matter of practice, of course, but easy for me to say.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's good question. Good question. I had to think about that for a minute. So, just doing a short flow. So how did you feel about that flow?
Very nice.
Okay.
I did some more aware of the yin and yang surfaces in the skin on 3. That's good.
Good. Anything you want to say, Shell?
She's putting earphones back on.
Oh,
I had to take off the headphones in
yes,
order to
of
move
course.
my arms.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't figure it out either.
Oh well.
So how was that, Shelley?
Um, what I did is I focused on one leg at a time.
Hmm.
And if I use the left leg, I can feel the movement all the way. When I try the right leg, it gets stuck, particularly at the knee and the hip.
Yeah.
So I think that when I try to do them together, it kind of averages out and I lose that transition on the left. But the problem seems to be on the right. So that's where I'll work.
Yeah. Wow, that was a very good thing to try, Shell. That was good
Like,
exploration.
well, the more I start thinking about it, the more I realize that if the right leg's giving me problems anyway, maybe that's the issue. So I tested it, and darn if I wasn't right.
Yeah. Not again.
Yeah, for once. But that was um, it was like coming up the bike was like walking through mud,
Mm.
deep. It was very slow and a drag.
Hmm. Interesting. Not too surprising, unfortunately.
No, it's something. Even though I know my Tai Chi and Qigong is affected, I haven't really tested working just on one side
Mm-hmm.
internally. Physically, yes, because that's what I can do.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
um, this was a good test for me.
Yeah. Good. Um, I did have just a couple of suggestions. Um, one is to keep working on trying to get the movement to be consistently smooth and constant.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's a little tendency here and there for the body to get stuck for a moment. Um, so that's always one of the things that you have to keep trying to focus on. And I think the other thing is 7, the head roll. Um, I felt, and I was really looking more at you uh, today. I didn't look at you closely when you did 7, Shell. I'm sorry, but um, I I felt like I wanted to see you go more into crane neck to begin, and a little more of the neck rotation in addition to that rotation at the midriff, which you were doing very well. But I felt like what I felt with you was that the neck was frozen and the movement was at the midriff. And there also needs to be the movement of the neck as well as the midriff.
Pay attention to that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Well, listen. For as long as we continue to practice, you can grow with this practice. Let me
Yes.
tell you.
Yes.
So, I'm going to let go of gods here unless somebody has another question.
Nope.
So, any Tai Chi questions or reports? Had a particularly bad flow or good flow?
I have still not become comfortable doing it with one hand and seated.
That's hard. Very
It
hard.
is. It is. So it's exhausting when I try it.
Yeah.
But if I do just a few postures, it's okay.
Well, then that's what you ought to do. And you can just create your own short forms.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Wu Chu?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
There is, of course, the 30 posture short form, but that was never your strong suit, Shelley.
No, not at all. And I think that when it comes to turns and bigger movements, it's difficult. But I realized today that in this office chair, I can put the arms and it might work a little better to get me one side or the other.
Good.
Or use one of your dining room chairs with your swivel seat on it.
Yeah, can do that too.
Huh. Good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
It's got a swivel seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one place that swivel seat really works.
Good.
We're finding that we'll buy something that will supposedly help me. And then we end up using it for a different purpose. It still is helpful, but not for the purpose it was purchased.
Well, I'm glad it's still helpful.
Yes, yeah.
Remember, we've practiced this form with no hands.
Yep.
With just legs. I was thinking, well, maybe I should just try a few flows with only one arm, just to kind of get a sense of what Shelley's having to deal with.
That's an interesting thought.
So which is the bad side?
Right.
The right?
Right. Right leg, right arm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not going to fake a bad right leg, but I could let my right arm just.
I was going to say, you may have to fasten it down because.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Our tendency would be we're used to moving it.
Put my thumb into the loop on my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stick it in your pocket.
It might be an interesting practice to do it with one hand and then do it with the other.
Yeah.
Um, which I know doesn't work for you, Shelley, but might be an interesting.
We're playing with it, so yeah.
Yeah.
I had a flow a couple of days ago, and I had music on.
Mm.
It was the pianist from my church, who's a jazz player.
Oh.
And he was playing mostly spiritual music, sort of, with jazz.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't quite dance, but it was very, very smooth flow.
I have
Oh,
played with jazz
good.
many times.
It was joyous.
Uh-huh. I also did some flows with the Bach cello music,
Mm.
which was interesting.
Yeah, I used to practice fairly often with Goldberg variations, the Bach piano.
Yep. So interesting thought. My problem was I found that ultimately the music distracted me.
Mm.
Sometimes it was nice to do it just as something nice to do,
Yeah.
just to have a nice flow. But in terms of really uh, focusing internally, I found music didn't really help me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not necessarily true for everybody. That's my experience.
Mm.
So, you want to try flowing through the first paragraph with only one arm?
Well, I thought I'd play with that by myself.
Sure.
Shelley said she could do it. Come on.
I'd give it a try.
I'd give it a try too. I'm very curious about getting and so I'm going to not use my right arm.
Yeah, I will not use my right arm. So come on over here.
Just the first paragraph, so we don't drive ourselves crazy. But interesting thought. Begin Taiji. Okay, Shelley, we have a much higher respect for you at this point.
What do you punch without the punch?
And,
what is the other arm doing when that one's punching?
and it was interesting to me that with only one, I didn't sometimes know for sure what that one was doing because I'm so used to the relationship between the two.
Yeah, it is. That part is really hard, and you have to use your imagination to get your right hand to
Yeah.
tell you what's going on,
Mhm.
even though it doesn't move.
Yep. Well, that was that was quite enlightening.
And that's why it's taking me so long.
Well, it's a good thing to try that.
Yeah, and those of us who can should probably try it both sides, as you said,
Yeah.
because it really pointed out places where the left arm didn't really know what it was doing if they didn't have the right arm to give the clue.
Right. I know.
Yeah. I also find that the left arm doesn't have as much focus as it does when you have the other arm, because I'm so focused on trying to do the postures, I forget what the right hand is supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
So I'm just making a movement. I'm not really doing Tai Chi yet.
Mhm.
Well, I really understand.
Thank you for trying. That was really nice.
Well, it's good for us to do that, I think,
Yeah.
because it points out a little lack of clarity about what each side is doing.
Yeah, well, because we use our whole body,
Yeah,
we aren't used to just having part of it not involved.
Mhm.
and it's also that when we do an exercise like this, you have to think what you're doing.
Mhm.
It's starting again. It's not, you
Yeah,
can't just jump into it and do it.
right.
So that's very interesting.
I thought in the beginning it would be easier because I know the whole form and I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
But you're right. It may as well just start it over again.
yeah,
And I have to learn each posture because it's not the same.
no,
Mhm.
it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm glad you taught us that, Shelley.
Oh, I appreciate you trying it.
Well, I think it was very good for us to do.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh, I'm going to throw it at some other people too now.
oh, evil, evil.
Yes.
Well,
So,
it's just a variation on just doing the legs.
yeah. Although somehow just doing the legs was easier.
Mhm.
Well, my balance isn't good enough to do that.
No.
No, understandable.
Can't do it on one leg.
No.
But The office chair works pretty well.
Well, that's good.
Excellent.
That's good. Well, other thoughts or questions at the moment?
Just about the workshop coming up.
Oh, yeah,
Do you want to be paid now?
sure. Also, this is the first class of a new session, and I forgot to tell you. So,
Oh,
Brought my check.
okay.
oh, you brought your chair. Wow. Um, yeah, I don't know how we've got. I don't know how many Rick's got now, but I think we between us we must be up to about 15. So it's definitely happening.
Excellent. So do I make the check out to Peaceful Wolf?
Yeah.
Or both of those? 2 checks.
Yeah. Well, you could do one actually. If you, one.
I've got enough. It's easier to track.
Okay, yeah. Well, I have to enter them in my bookkeeping separately.
$25. Oh, this
Sorry, what?
date. This actually
Yes,
has
today's
a
the
calendar.
25th. Yeah. Richard and Sharon are coming.
What?
Richard just had a knee replaced 5 weeks ago.
Is this the second knee or something?
First one. That's the first one. He's going to have the other one done too.
He had a hip or something? Or back?
He's had hips and back. He's going to be the bionic man.
Yeah.
I was going to say he's a mechanical man.
Yeah. But apparently his knee is doing pretty well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So Craig's sister came to visit last week.
Yep. She came in Thursday, and we had a good visit, went to lunch. And then one of his friends from high school and his wife came on Saturday.
Oh, wow. Good.
So it was very good.
Where does his sister live? I've forgotten.
Cheshire.
Yeah.
So it was very heartened because I was telling her about my friend Flora, who had stage 3B ovarian cancer.
Oh,
And 15 years later, she's still alive and doing well.
wow.
So Lindell was happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because I think they give folks like that about 5 years.
Huh. Well, those limits aren't always accurate.
No. That was good. And Craig's friend and his wife had both had family members who had ALS.
Really?
The difference is
Yeah.
their family members did absolutely nothing. They wouldn't take any medication. They wouldn't do anything. Just gave up.
Yeah.
right away. So, Roseanne told me she was just so pleased with me because I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
I still try Tai Chi and meditation. I go to the pantry when I can. So she was happy that I was trying. I mean, I know I'm not going to live forever. None of us are. But if I can extend my life a little bit longer with my attitude,
Yeah.
then I will do what I can.
You have a great attitude, Shelley. I admire you.
Thank you. It's not always easy.
No, I'm sure it isn't.
You know, it's hard work,
Yep.
but things are going okay.
Is Craig still not wanting to get any kind of support?
Absolutely. Yep.
Hmm. Is he learning to cook?
Um, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I can still do some.
Uh-huh.
He's my sous chef.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I'm not looking forward to a time where I can't be creative. Because that's where my creativity goes, is in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well,
Oh well, we'll
you have to
see.
be verbally creative and guide your sous chef.
That's right, I can do that.
Yeah. Well, ladies,
Off into the rain.
off into the rain. Thank you.
Well, it's stopped here right now, so anyway,
Go
thank you,
now.
David. It was
Thank you.
good to see you, Kara.
Yeah, it was good to see you. It was good to see you last night at the Reiki. Cause I,
Oh yeah, I finally realized that yesterday was Sunday and not Saturday. Um, and I've started putting it back in my calendar to
Mhm.
remind me. Because last week it was Monday. I said, "Oh, I've got Reiki meditation tonight." No, I don't.
a couple of times I've tried to log on Saturday, which is useful because then at least I know I've missed it. It's the next day.
Right. Yeah, when you try on Monday, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Debbie gives me a call about 6:30. Do you want me to call you?
I've got an alarm set now.
Okay, good.
I should be okay. We'll see. If it doesn't work, then yes.
Good. Well, we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Take care, everybody.
You too. Did you have a lot of rain as you were coming today?
It was steady.
Yeah.
Not hard. No, the times when you feel like you're driving underwater.